Hey everybody, Tim Martinez with 360 Preps and the Columbian. Week 2 of the high school football season in Southwest Washington saw 18 different games involving local teams, including 3 doubleheaders. There were 2 games each at Kiggins Bowl, Mackenzie Stadium, and District Stadium. And that's where we're going to start our highlights package at District Stadium out in Battleground.
First game of the doubleheader is Mountain View versus Battleground. They'll take over the action in the first quarter. Here we got Xavier Ortegon running in for 3 yards, putting Battleground up 14-0 in the first quarter. Later on, we move on to the second quarter. Ethan Adams is scrambling, running to his left. He's going to get to the edge and head toward the end zone, but he's going to get marked out at 2, even though I think he actually scored. Battleground goes up 22-0 later on, and then Miles Scove punches it in from 3 yards out. Go up 27-0. Tigers go on to win 48-7. The nightcap of the doubleheader is Washougal versus Prairie, matchup of two 1-0 teams. Prairie gets on the board first. Evan Viju looking to pass. He finds a wide open Tommy Vick in the end zone. Prairie jumps out to an early 8-0 lead. Late second quarter, Viju again looking toward the end zone, and he finds Tommy Vick for another touchdown. Prairie goes up 24-6 at halftime. But Washougal's not done. Royce Jones runs it in from 6 yards out to cut the deficit to 30-22 in the third quarter. But one more, Viju to Vic, touchdown pass play. This one goes for 37 yards. Prairie with the victory, 48-22. Next we head out to Mackenzie Stadium for the first game of the doubleheader there between Woodinville and Union. Union looking to bounce back from a tough week 1 loss. Titans find themselves behind 16-0 early. But then Gabe Kilgrass rolls out, and he finds Blake Childreth in the end zone for a touchdown. Cuts the deficit to 16-6. Woodinville's on the drive again, but Adam Olson comes up with a big interception for the Titans in the third quarter. Returns it back upfield to give the Titans some field position. Early fourth quarter, Blake McDonald finds Caleb Cruz for a 45-yard touchdown play. Union trails 16-13 with 10:46 left to go. After Woodinville scores, Union answers again. It's again McDonald, this time to Landon Jenkins, 21 yards for a touchdown. Union trails 22-20 with 3:16 to play, but Woodinville seals the deal with a couple late first downs. Woodinville gets the win, 22-20. Second game, Puyallup, Evergreen at Mackenzie Stadium. Evergreen strikes first. Elijah English with a 10-yard touchdown pass into the end zone. Evergreen up 7-0 early. Plainsman defense gets a 3-and-out. It's Baum scrambling. He looks for and finds Damian Perez in the end zone with a toe tap. Evergreen up 14-0 in a surprise opening out at Mackenzie. But the good feelings wouldn't last long. Puyallup could come back and score the next 48 points, including this one on a 77-yard touchdown pass to Lawson Looker. Puyallup would pull away 48-14 over the Plainsmen. Next, we head out to Kiggins Bowl for Heritage Hudson's Bay. Second quarter, Traylon McGraw catches a pass, goes across the middle, and he's into the open for the touchdown, taking the Timberwolves off to an early 12-0 lead. Bay driving into Heritage territory, but Dakari Bradford comes up with one of 4 interceptions for the Timberwolves on the night, and he returns it back to around the 30, setting up this run by K.J. Clark. He breaks through the initial line, and off to the race he goes on a 72-yard touchdown. This would help Heritage take a 26-0 lead in the second quarter. We're still in the second quarter. Even the defensive lineman getting into the interception act. Here's Adam Fredendahl picking one off and bringing it back inside the red zone. And then here's McGraw again on the hit, jars the ball loose. Emmanuel Daniel picks up the loose ball. He's going to go 65 yards deep into Bay territory. Heritage comes away with a 47-0 win over the Eagles at Kiggins Bowl. Next, we head out to Seton Catholic, where the Cougars would host Mark Morris, looking to bounce back from a tough Week 1 loss. Colton Gesser jumps on the board early, finds Akil Bauman in the end zone for a touchdown. Seton Catholic takes a 7-0 lead. Seton Catholic would come back quickly. Gesser to find Jace Kalarame in the end zone for a 7-yard touchdown pass. This would be one of 5 first half touchdown passes that Gesser would throw, leading Seton Catholic to a 42-0 halftime lead. Cougars go on to win 45-20. Next, we head out to Doc Harris Stadium, where Camas is taking on the much heralded Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds, and Mount Tahoma lived up to the hype. Here we see Quentin Hodge picking up a punt off the turf and going 84 yards for the touchdowns, as the Thunderbirds would build a 35-0 first half lead on the Papermakers. Camas would eventually get things going in the second half. Here we got Tyson Ruggiero hitting Charlie Barr. He's going to turn that into a 43-yard touchdown pass play, but way too little, way too late, as Mount Tahoma comes away with a win 49-22. Next we head out to La Center, where Woodland and La Center match up. Highlights from Huddle. Woodland up early 7-0, but La Center quarterback Nate Rembes gets out on the loose and he breaks free for a 44-yard touchdown run. La Center would go on to build a 24-7 lead in the second quarter. How do you slow down the Wildcats? Well, this is one way to do it, I guess. This is one thing's for sure, this would never happen at Woodland. Woodland would cut the deficit to 24-17 in the third quarter, but Rembes finds Malik Britt on a 23-yard touchdown pass. You have to trust me on that. Wildcats pull away and win 34-17. Let's go up to Hoquiam, where Owen Paulson finds Rylan Richter in the end zone for a 29-yard touchdown pass. Knights tie it up early against Hoquiam 7-7. Okay, now forgive the NFHS Jinkies feed here, but we have Zach Polson picking up the loose ball fumble for a touchdown. Knights go up 28-14 at halftime. Paulson threw 5 touchdown passes, but also shows that he can run. Here he breaks free on a 65-yard touchdown run, propelling the Knights to a 57-35 win over Hoquiam. Other scores from week 2. Fort falls to Tudor Lake, and Hawkinson falls to Mount Baker. Kelso gets a win at River Ridge. Skyview is shut out by Grand Capelson, and Ridgefield falls at Monty. R.A. Long shut out by Centralia. Kalama falls in a tight one to Tenino. Rochester over Castle Rock. Ilwaco beats Columbia White Salmon, and Stevenson Elma was canceled.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's highlights package. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel, 360 Preps the Columbian, for full highlights on several games from last week. And we'll see you next week with another highlights package for week 3.